Welcome to another episode of the Pagemaster. Today, we're going to be talking about Wu Tang Clan and the Wu Manual specifically. It was written by the RZA, and it covers a broad swath of anything related to do with the Wu Tang Clan. Breakdowns of the MCs and their stories, their philosophies, their love of chess, breakdowns of lyrics and the meanings in there with really great liner notes, as well as movies.
What do you want? Your Wu Tang Manual.
In the book, the RZA highlights a number of kung fu classics that influenced him and the reasons why. I think the three that people tend to think of the most would be the 36 Chamber for obvious reasons, 8-Pole Diagram Fighter, and the movie we'll be discussing today, Shaolin and Wu Tang from 1981.
If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu Tang could be dangerous.
Yes, my lord. We saw them practicing with each other. Their kung fu was first class.
Shaolin shadow boxing and a Wu Tang sword style. Do you think your Wu Tang sword can defeat me?
I came here tonight to play chess.
Now, I'm not going to get into all of the scene-by-scene analysis of the entire movie. I'm just going to read you a story in the RZA's words in a few paragraphs here about the first time he ever got to see the movie and what it meant to him. About 3 years after I saw the 36 Chamber, I was still going to kung fu flicks, mostly with Dirty. We'd go to a 24-hour movie spot that showed pornos and kung fu flicks. By that time it was mostly porno on 42nd Street. But some of the porno places had a small room, maybe the size of a classroom, where bums would sleep and they'd show these kung fu flicks. So ODB and I, we were always out at night around Times Square, starting fights, getting drunk, chasing women, going to the Roseland, and this one night, we were really high and we'd been out all night and didn't want to go home. It was cold and we had a couple of 40 ounces and we thought we'd crash at this funky theater at 42nd Street and 7th Avenue. So we went in, maybe 4 in the morning, and sat down to watch whatever was on. Some we had seen before, but there was one that we'd never seen, Shaolin and Wu Tang. We walked in near the end of it, and just from the last few minutes I was like, what the fuck is this?
That's right, my lord. You misunderstand how kung fu works. It doesn't belong to anybody. It evolves.
It ended and another movie came on, and we watched that. And Dirty wanted to leave, but I was like, I gotta see that movie. So we stayed, and when it came on, it woke us up. It was the best kung fu movie I'd ever seen in my life. The fighting, the ideas, the concepts, everything. I'd never seen that kind of sword fighting in movies before. They made it so beautiful. But something about the Wu Tang attitude really sparked me too. The Wu Tang sword style was invincible. And when the Wu fights the Shaolin monks and defeats them, beats like 30 guys, he gets expelled. But when he's expelled, he says, I may have been expelled, but I'm still the best. Wu Tang.
I like your motherfucking style. Yeah, come on.
Originally, the Wu Tang were an offshoot of Shaolin. They still like to think that they are better than us. And now the Lord wants a contest between us.
When I say fight, I really mean fight. I want to find out which of your kung fu schools is the better one. That's why I staged this contest. Do you understand me?
You really intend to fan our rivalry?
I don't give a damn.
So you do want us to kill each other?
That's right. I want you to fight till one of you dies.
And if we refuse?
In a way, it was like the devil in the Bible, a powerful angel that got a swelled head and got banished. He may be kicked out, but he knows he's bad.
Listen.
The Wu Tang were the bad guys in a lot of these movies. As you watch more and you notice more, you realize, for example, in The White Lotus, those bad guys are Wu Tang people. Even in Kill Bill Volume 2, Pai Mei, he's Wu Tang. In a lot of movies, the bad guys the Shaolin were fighting were the Wu Tang because the government hired the Wu Tang. They conformed. They realized that the times were changing. They were the survivalists. Years later, around '89, Wu Tang fever was sweeping through the projects. It hit videotape, and everyone in the neighborhood was hooked on it. We just started watching it at my house playing hooky. By 1990, it was a slang phrase. Wu Tang, it was just something that was fly as far as the street level of it. It was happening mostly in Stapleton projects with me and Ghostface. We were roommates and partners, and other young guys were using it as slang too. So there you have it, the origins of Wu Tang from the Abbot himself, the very first time he got to see the movie. See you guys next time.